Ontario's Marineland theme park is asking the federal government for financial support to care for the last captive whales in Canada. The park says without aid, it will be forced to euthanize the remaining 30 beluga whales in its possession. Earlier, Ottawa rejected Marineland's request to export the whales to an aquarium in China. Tricia is looking into this for us this morning. So let's talk about what Marineland is asking of the federal government. What are they saying right now?
Well, they're looking for some financial support at this point, Marianne. These 30 belugas are obviously large animals to house and feed. Sources have told CBC News that it's a cost of about $2 million a month. So now the company says it's rapidly running out of money and urgently needs financial support from the federal government. And they have given them a deadline of October 7th, where Marineland says it will then face the devastating decision of euthanasia. Now, all this information is coming from a letter that our CBC colleagues in Ottawa were able to take a look at on Friday. It was sent to Fisheries Minister Joanne Thompson. It went on to say the gravity of the funding crisis at Marineland cannot be overstated. Any further delay jeopardizes the welfare and security of the whales, and we fear we are running out of time. As you mentioned, Marianne, this comes just days after the minister had denied Marineland's request for those export permits to send them to a theme park in China. Now, Marineland says euthanizing the whales will be a direct consequence of the minister's decision to deny those export permits. The reason they need those permits now, interesting to note, there was a law passed in 2019, and now it bans keeping whales, dolphins, and porpoises for breeding or entertainment purposes in Canada, which obviously had really negative impacts on the company's business model as well. So now the minister has said she's open to issuing export permits, but she was not okay with this setup because the animals would still be kept in captivity and used for entertainment purposes. Now, Marineland has begun selling off some of its equipment and amusement rides, but they have not responded to multiple requests for comment at this point, Marianne.
And Marineland has been under investigation by the province for quite some time now. We know that animal welfare falls under Ontario law. So what is the provincial government doing here?
Yeah, that's right. The minister also met with some officials from Ontario when she was here this week. Ontario Premier Doug Ford did talk about it. Here's a bit from what he had to say.
It's terrible. And you put 30 whales in an acre? Like, give me a break. Like, they need to do a better job down at Marineland. We want them to survive. And if they don't, well, the federal government has to answer on that one.
And now we also have heard from the World Action Protection Canada group, and they're saying holding the government of Canada hostage for making the right decision is grotesque manipulation. Marineland has lost all moral and ethical credibility to continue holding ownership of any animal. We are calling on the government of Ontario to immediately step in. One home that has been talked about by advocates would be a sanctuary off the coast of Nova Scotia. That project has stalled, though, but the minister has said she's open to discussions about the sanctuary, but stresses that it is early days at this point, Marianne.
All right. Thanks so much for this, Tricia.
Thanks.